Welcome to Golden Mastermind Seminars Radio with your host, Jeffrey Combs.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jeffery Combs with a very unique and timely Facebook Live for you. I'm going to go off script today. My original plan was to cover understanding the payoff, but I'm going to cover some content from this book over here. I'm going to cover some content from here. So understanding the payoff, I'll get around to that at some point, but today I'm going to let the Facebook Live populate. I'm going to cover some really unique content that a woman sent me some content today, and it absolutely broke me down. I cried for almost an hour after reading some of this content. So I'm going to do my best to convey some of it to you. And I mean, this is top tier off the charts content. And it's called You Were Chosen. And this is, let me see if I can even get to it. I'm not going to be able to get to it that way. So I'm going to paraphrase it for you. Why chosen ones had hard childhoods. I'm going to cover today, so if you're on with me, and you're an adult child of alcoholics, or you are an adult child of narcissists, and you went through some of the same situations I went through, and you find yourself, you're an athlete, you had exceptional ability, and so that I want you to know that if you've followed me for years and you've coached with me, and you identify with my message, and you've been down the same rabbit holes I've been, and you've struggled at times and found yourself at rock bottom, yet you know you have it in you. I'm going to do my best to make it through here. So I'm going to tell every one of you that you're chosen. So if you didn't fit in your family, if you're an outlier in your family, you experienced a lot of trauma, you were singled out, yet you had all this athletic ability. You had athletic ability, or you had scholastic ability, or you had this inner knowing, but you never felt like you fit in. Well, you fit in, but you fit in the world. But you may not have fit in the family, or you may not have fit in school, or you may not have fit in college, but there's a fit for you in the world because you're chosen. And you're very unique because you have a special message. And your uniqueness is what you're delivered to the world. And you're supposed to stop struggling and be your best self. So this, I don't thank Ashley Jeans who sent this to me. So for those of you who are close to me and you coach with me, send me let me know you want me to send it to you. I saved it in Instagram. It was an Instagram post. And Ashley Jeans, who I love dearly, she sent this to me. And I know that at least 90% of you will identify with what I'm covering. So you're not a freak. You didn't fit in, but you have a purpose. And your purpose is to lead. And your purpose is deep. And it takes a lot of courage to stand the gap of all the trauma you've been through. And the trauma makes you strong. So there's 3 ways you become an addict. You so go ahead, but you got to send it to me. Don't ask for it here. You got to go to my cell phone. So for those of you who have my cell phone number, or you coach with me, I'll send it to you, but I'm not going to send it to everyone in the world. So go to my cell phone. Those of you who have it, and I'll send this to you. And this without a doubt was the most breakthrough content I've ever read. I spent an hour in tears after reading it. It was that deep. I mean, it is deep about being chosen. God singled us out to suffer, to make us strong, so we can lead. That's your calling. See, it's important that you let go of your struggle and your sales ability, and that you surrender and let go. And you understand that you were chosen for a higher calling than to be average or to have a job. So if you're struggling your first year or two in business, that's the territory. If you've gone bankrupt or near bankrupt, that's part of being chosen. If you've had challenges in relationships, that's part of being chosen. If you never felt like you fit in, it's because you're chosen. Your time will come. And so the trauma that you experience through physical, sexual, or emotional abuse is what creates fight or flight. And it's the fight or flight mechanism that keeps you an addict. And so as a chosen soul, as an enlightened soul, that's your responsibility to understand that to ever receive your calling, it's going to be your responsibility to learn to let go. And I'll teach you and you'll teach yourself. First, letting go. You learn the let go skill, the separation of the feelings and the events that shape them. But most importantly, you learn the mechanism of letting go. And the mechanism of letting go is letting go of fight or flight. Until you can address the events that shape the feelings that keep you recreating the same situation, you won't be able to reach your calling. And it has nothing to do with how old you are. Now, if you've known your entire life that you are special. Now, special doesn't mean you're arrogant. Special means that you're an indigo child, you're an outlier, and you didn't fit in. So you're a superstar athlete, but even there you didn't fit in. You're a superstar student, didn't fit in. You had all this juice and all this edge, but you never knew how to channel it. Well, God has a plan for you, but it's yours. You have to do your part. You cannot procrastinate and get ready to get ready. You have to practice the repetition and experience over and over to find your calling. And your calling is waiting for you to call out. But you can't do this in your left brain. You can't do this by analyzing, thinking, and processing. And you have to find your speed. So those of you who process and think, you have to let go of thinking, analyzing, getting ready to get ready, and all the time you spend in your head. You have to cross the bridge. Because I'm calling you out. I'm calling every one of you out in the locker room. This is you and me one-on-one in the locker room. This is me calling you out and setting your ass down and challenging your ass to point your finger right in your face and say you're chosen. You're not following through on it. You're not living up to your potential. I never lived up to my potential until I was in my 30s. I was a screw-up, a drug addict, alcoholic, womanizer, thief, cheater, liar, all of these things in my 20s until I got sober. And then for 6 years I had a migraine headache. And all the pain that I held on to manifested up in my neck. It took me 6 years to let go of that. Then I really started to break through. I broke the ice. I broke the fire. I broke the ground. Because it just started to click for me, and that'll happen for you. I can textbook this for you. I can fucking textbook this for you. I mean, I grasp it now. I'm 68 years old. I mean, the spiritual breakthrough I had today was the biggest breakthrough I've ever had in my life. And so there's a breakthrough point, but you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait around for it. You don't have to do what I did. You can be it today, but you have to really step into your power of it. So what you want to do is you want to get a piece of white paper today, and with a Sharpie you write, I am chosen, I am unique, I am special, I have a unique calling, I am to lead the people, I will bring them through the desert, I will bring them across the bridge, I will lead by example, you got to bring yourself though first. You have to be first, and you have to understand what that means. You're first without an ego. You're first without being arrogant. You're first without feeling selfish, and you're first without feeling guilty. And you're going to experience headaches from some of this, because your head feels like it's going to blow up at times. But you have to be willing to understand that you have a unique purpose, and your purpose is not to be average. Your purpose is to lead and be a leader and a leader grower, and then you're going to be an icon in your own business. You're not going to. You're going to understand what goes on behind the veil. You're going to understand the agenda, NWO. You're going to understand the chessboard, the black and white chessboard. Your head's going to hurt because you're going to start downloading content directly from God, and it's going to come fast. because I'm your wake up call. I'm giving you the door. If you don't receive my door, that's on you. But I went through a lot to get here. And so I can tell you right now that you are chosen. You are unique. If you feel that, write it out right here, just like Joy did. Joy wrote, I'm chosen, I'm unique, I'm special, I'll lead them, I'm grateful to be here right now. So if that is you, write it out here. Because if you state it, you state that on paper, you state it on, just like Joy did. That's exactly what you do. And understand that doesn't mean you're arrogant. It means you're chosen. It means exactly what it means. Don't overthink that. Understand that that's what it means. You didn't find Josh Waxman on accident. It was by divine. Josh didn't find me by accident. David Hammer didn't find me by accident. David Hammer didn't find Josh Waxman by accident. Joy Mary didn't find me by accident. It took Joy 2 years to hire me back in the day, and she's here today. And I've known Joy since 2012. Diane Hunt was all by divine. I mean, there are situations that are divine, and it's your absolute purpose to live your purpose. You got to stop looking for it because it's right there. There's nothing to find. It's right there. You are your purpose, but you can't be purposeful until you let go of how much you think and process and hold on to people and the conflict you create. You have to stop holding on to conflict. So David Morrison was chosen. I love David. David's from Australia, and he's here with me today. I coached him yesterday. I've coached David for years. So if you can have a good cry today, if you can really break down today, Tomas, I know you were chosen. We're our own tribe. So my headache has purpose. I'm one of the chosen. Right. That's exactly correct. I'm stepping through the door. That's correct. Felipe Garcia is on this Facebook Live today. I coach him later today. Felipe, this is so synchronistic. Felipe and I are from Kansas City. Felipe worked as a dishwasher after some very challenging times in his life with my best friend, Michael Garozzo. Michael Garozzo is an iconic restaurateur in Kansas City. Of all the restaurants, Felipe works as a dishwasher after rock bottom. I mean, rock bottom, just like me. And of all the people he finds Michael Garozzo, whose picture is right there on my wall. Michael Garozzo. I'll show you a picture. Here's Michael Garozzo. Where is he? Right there. There's Michael Garozzo, right there. That's Michael Garozzo. He's on my wall, one of my best friends. Felipe washes dishes in his restaurant. How could this be possible? It's possible because I'm chosen and so are you. Marie, you're chosen. You hired me, you followed me for years. I mean, we all are chosen, but we have to step up to our calling. If you avoid your calling, I mean, any one of you that are in Josh Waxman's culture, I mean, this is through 6 degrees of separation. If you don't follow through with his mentorship, you deserve to fail. If you don't follow through with Yuritsa and Josh's mentorship, and you're in that office, then if you quit before your time, you'll puke your guts out later, saying, "Oh my God, I wish I would have followed through on that." I mean, I have seen so many people quit. I have stood the gap so many times. One of those 3-letter agencies came to my door in 2003. I went through a 5-year vigil with them. And it was an amazing ordeal that I went through. I have withstood so many challenges to be where I am today that you just learn to go like this. You don't give it any more power than it merits. You stay focused on results, focus on the solution. You continue to surrender to God. You give it up. You turn it over. You breathe, release, and you let go. But you have to realize you have a purpose, and your purpose is not to struggle. You may struggle for a while, but it's your responsibility to let go of the trauma, the overwhelmed feelings you hold on to let go of your struggle and step into your power because you have a purpose. Now, when you read this content I send you, send me a message, because I guarantee you'll be crying. You will sweat like I did. I've been sweating all morning from right here. So it's called the stench sweat. It means that the trauma is coming out of my body. The same will happen to you. I've done events, very intimate events, where you can smell the room, the releasing that's going on in the room from from the trauma that's being released. So you hold on to trauma from 3 situations, and your trauma becomes your addictions. So the trauma that you hold on to is the fight or flight mechanism that the body reacts to the stimulus. When you have a better understanding of cause and effect, you begin to let go of the cause, and then you don't live in the same effect. And if you struggle with money, give it up, because it's just a waste of your time. So if you're struggling with money, you're struggling with yourself, and what you're really struggling with is deserving to receive. And if you think you're supposed to rescue your family, no, you were supposed to leave your family. If you think you're supposed to rescue your family, it's completely ass backwards. It's the other way around. You were supposed to leave your family because they have you in a trauma bond. They have you struggling. So you believe that you're supposed to struggle. And your purpose is not to do that. There's Ashley. Ashley, so Ashley, I'm breaking down on this call. Ashley, join me. Ashley, wave to me, baby. Just come out here. That Ashley sent me this content. I spent an hour in tears. And then see, this was supposed to be the call, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm covering the chosen, because we are chosen. We have a purpose. And if you don't follow through on it, that's on you. I'm giving it to you. Ashley gave it to me. I'm passing it on. So if you don't hear my message, that's on you. If you overthink this message, there's Ashley. Everyone say hello to Ashley Lynn Jeans. Ashley sent me this content. Ashley, I'm going to send this content to some of these people. I mean, the term mind-blowing doesn't do justice to the content she sent me. Ashley, look, I'm sweating, and I've never felt so good. It was just such a liberating experience to feel the feel of realizing. And Ashley was so cool. She said, I know you'll identify with this, because she identified with it. So if you feel me, let me know you feel what I'm conveying to you. You don't even have to hear the words. Just know you're chosen. You went through so much to get to this Facebook Live right here. All I'm doing is giving you the message. Dr. Rachel, that's you. So Ashley Jeans, thank you so much for breaking through, for bringing this to me. And the fact that you even showed up on this, I mean, it's not even possible that you couldn't have shown up here. I mean, you were the catalyst for what I'm conveying here. It is, thank you, Josh. Josh, you feel what, when I send this to you, I promise you, you're going to be on your knees like I was. I was praying. I was, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life. Was to feel the feel of this feeling. And once you feel what I feel, you're going to feel it. So this is all this struggle you've been through, all this trauma you've been through. I mean, I should have died 10 times. Felipe will understand this. I should have been dead at least 10 times. I mean, I lost drugs on a train and got them back. I mean, I've done so many bizarre things in my life as an addict. I lived on just adrenaline for 14 years, just junkie adrenaline. Drug arrests, public intoxications, hit and runs. Oh my God, just jumping fences to escape. I mean, I was an all-American boy once. What happened? I went off the rails. This is what happens when your body holds on to trauma. You live in acute hate of yourself. And until you can let go of those feelings, that silent suffering that you repress, you can't paint the canvas. You can't find the brush. You don't know how to get the strokes on the canvas. You can't close the sales. You can't follow through. You can't have the first $100,000 month. You can't lead by example. You can't be the man you're supposed to be or the woman you're supposed to be, because you live in sabotage. You just continue to find ways to screw up. Well, that's what I would do. I just kept, and then I would overcome. I would have this colossal rock bottom. Then I had this colossal comeback. And then it's just like a series of dodging bullets. And it's just such a waste of energy. Because when you know what you know, then you'll stop doubting what you know. And when the deeper you dig, the more you'll find. It's the same if you have the courage to go behind the veil, like Dr. Rachel, and who walked away from her career. If you have the courage to walk away from guaranteed money, if you have the courage to walk away from from privilege, if you have the courage to walk away, if you have the courage to let go of your pride, to find out who you really are, you will feel so liberated, and then you will stop struggling. And it will come, they will come to you. Now, what will also happen, I'm going to prepare you for this, is you start to understand that you're chosen, you're going to start downloading. Content's going to come to you. It's going to come fast. It's going to make, and you have to let go of these words, make sense. Do your best to take that word, right, make sense, and then put a line through it and the pigtail behind it. Make sense. Stop trying to make sense and understand. Those of us who are in the know, we are seeking you to be in the know with us. And once you're in the know, then you know. And then you'll know that nothing is real. And you'll be reconstructing from the bottom, and the foundation you're going to build now is going to be the foundation that will prepare you to bring you through the other side of what we're witnessing. Those of you who watch Saturday Night Live with Lady GAGA, I mean, that was unbelievable what was in our face. And if you watch the symbolism to March 8th Saturday Night Live, Josh sent it to me. It was a gut punch. I mean, it's just right in your face, right here, right now. So it means it's right here. It is right here, right now. And you are facing it. You can handle this. So this is the way. I'm pointing you on the path. The rest is up to you. Because I'm letting you know you're chosen, and you do something with that. You don't deny that any longer. You take it to the next level. And the next level, the next level doesn't mean anything unless you understand this. The next level means the levels of the map of the scale of consciousness. As you begin to understand the map of the scale of consciousness, the task will be easier. Because once you grasp how anxiety, fear, and doubt is a byproduct of fight or flight, and then your emotions are a byproduct of repressed feelings. And when you begin to address and release the repressed feelings, this is when you start to have just massive downloads. When you start to let go of your repressed feelings, the universe opens up. Because what happens is your energy starts to go like this, and it comes up in your pineal gland. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains this. And it comes up in your pineal gland. And so you're moving into a state of brain called gamma. Once you access gamma, now your body's starting to release a neurochemical called DMT, dimethyltryptamine. And as you start to release DMT, it's this liberating, it's a godlike experience. It really is white light. It's angelic, because you're sitting right there, you're basking in it. Because now, for perhaps one of the first times in your life, you are grasping your meaning. Instead of like trying to find your purpose and think you're supposed to go to some village in some foreign country. No, your purpose is your ass is in the chair right here, right now. Your purpose is to go out there, right out there in the grass, and stand in it and ground yourself. Your purpose is to put your hand on a tree and understand that you're a child and a grown-up of the universe, and that you are chosen to do with your life what you've been denying yourself. And once you grasp the meaning that only you can give that meaning. I mean, I know what I'm chosen to do. You figure yours out. Either that or you accept what you're chosen to be and do. And as you begin to do that, people will come to you like this in unique and distinct ways. It's called synchronicity, because what's happening is your pineal gland is uncalcifying itself. When you're traumatized, your body's in so much fight or flight. When you've been groomed through the way we've been groomed through social media, through the food we ate as children, through the sugar we've consumed, through the sports figures that we've idolized, through the Victoria's Secret models that we've idolized, through the big box companies, through all of the trauma-based mind control, through the debt system, through the tax system, through just barely getting by. So people get so used to just getting by. That's what they do. They just get by in a tight body where there's no flow in their body. As you begin to release this, they will show up. The parking spaces will be available. Because what is happening is your energy begins to shift. So but this will not happen until you experience, there's a brainwave state. Now, Dr. Joe Dispenza has this. Now, I'll show you where you can find this video. A friend of mine who is now promoting my content is called Prophet School TV, and it's called Prophet School TV. His name's Tommy, and Tommy lives in Spain, and I speak to him frequently. He has two Dr. Joe Dispenza clips on there. You'll scroll down and you'll find the one on the pineal gland. And and Santos Bonacci also covers the pineal gland and the ocular opening. Once you begin to understand that function of your body is your direct source to God, and once you start to open that up, people will begin to show up in ways they've never showed up before. My name is Jeffrey Combs, president and founder, Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated. I'm so glad thank you, Ashley Jeans, and everyone thank Ashley for sending that content to me, because it moved me so much that I just shifted gears to this today. So if any of you that want to contact me regarding coaching, if you're already coaching with me and you want to add on your coaching, send me a message. I'll have a unique marketing proposition for you. Josh Waxman, Joy, thank you for being here. Joy's been my client and friend. Dale Tinsley's been following me for years. Dale Tinsley, good to see you. Dale's been following me going back all the way to 2010. So Dale hired me just last year, so thank you so much. Thank all of you. I saw David Morrison from Australia today. David, thank you for being here. Let's give David a hand for being here from Sydney today. Jose Anders, right down the highway from me. Love you, my brother. David Hammer, 10 years following me. Josh Waxman, 11 years. So Josh is carrying that torch. He's the man. He is unequivocally, he and his wife, Yuritsa, are just top tier people that they are chosen. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Breathe, release, and let go. Good night.